It's been 28 years since the first I Know What You Did Last Summer movie, and now they have revamped the entire series for a new generation. Is it worth talking about? Let's talk about it. So I just got home from seeing the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm going to give you all of my thoughts on the movie without spoilers, of course. But real quick before we kind of dive into the review, as you guys know, I usually try to pick up some kind of fun collectible goodie kind of thing that goes along with the movie, whatever they're giving out at my local theater, right? So we did get something. Let me show it off here. We got these and you know what's funny? I don't know if they're trying to copy Hard Eyes, or I think Hard Eyes did this. Hard Eyes came out around Valentine's Day, and when that movie came out, you got these Valentine's Day little cutout things. Well, these are little postcards from the town, and then you have another set here. So that's what they were giving out at my local theater. I thought it was pretty cool because I know this movie wasn't as advertised. I mean, you still saw trailers for it and everything, but I think it's cool that we still get fun little collectibles even for smaller movies. So I don't know, I just kind of appreciate that. Let's dive into the movie. So when the movie first started, I wasn't quite sure that it was gonna be up my alley, as it started doing that really annoying thing that a lot of reboots, or when they try to remake an old horror movie, and it's just filled with tons of really cringy, random humor from the internet age. And yeah, I get it, it's funny. You can put one or two, but when it becomes the whole first act, it just I don't know, kind of ruins the theme of the movie. Luckily, it did not overstay its welcome. They kind of made a few jokes and they were on their way. So I was kind of fine with that. I'll also say you get a pretty similar backstory to how the original went, kind of like a roles reverse type thing. But they spent way too long on that first act. At least in my opinion, they started trying to, really establish these characters as having this sort of relationship, at least between two different characters at once, that never really amounted to anything else in the film. It was just that first act. I don't know if it was just to eat up the runtime or whatever it was. The second act is when I started really getting into the movie. That's kind of when the killer started really going after everyone. First of all, the killer's outfit in this movie looks great. I know they must have did some work to it, made sure it obviously in the lights and everything, and just made it look very good. And it does look very good, way better, at least in my opinion, than the original film. And I still like the original film. I think it's fine. I think it does have its issues, but I really liked the second act of this movie, just with the fun creative kills and having some modern technology involved, and also paying homage to some of the original locations from the first film. One thing I knew kind of going into the movie is that they were going to bring back some of the characters. I know they were going to bring back Julie. I know they were going to bring back Ray, but what I didn't expect was another character that I'm not obviously going to reveal, but they kind of bring in another character just for one scene to kind of pay homage, as a really cool, creepy horror scene. I loved it. I didn't expect them to bring this character in for one scene, and well, they did. Another thing that kind of contributed to me, more enjoying the film rather than not liking it, was just the genuine jaw-dropping reveal of the killer. My friend and I were kind of theorizing the whole movie about who the killer would be, and when the killer was revealed, we both were surprised and just kind of shocked that they would even go that far. As far as the new cast, they're all great. I think Madelyn Cline is obviously the standout here, as she probably is one of the more known actresses. I think they all kind of fit their roles exactly what they need to be. There are a few kind of duds, but it's kind of bound to happen at some point in this cast, right? They do also kind of throw you for a couple of loops, which, again, this is a movie about trying to guess who done it, so obviously that's going to happen. The final thing I will say is, if you are a big fan of I Know What You Did Last Summer, especially the sequel, stick around for the credits, the mid-credit scene, and you will not be disappointed. So yeah, guys, that is my review for I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025, of course. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie, and if you are an original fan of the movie, are you planning on going to see this one? Or maybe you saw the trailer and just decided this isn't for me. I would at least, you know, recommend always to go in to check it out. Even if a movie's bad, see for yourself. Maybe you won't like hate it as much as you do, as you think you will. For me, I think I'm gonna give it about 3.5, 4 stars. I might even just go 3.5, but it's a fun time. It's kind of like one of those movies where it's like, I'm not like so much anticipating it, where I can kind of just relax and like see if it'll surprise me. Hey guys, that is my review. If you want to stay up to date with all of my latest reviews, including Fantastic Four next week and rankings and all of that, the stuff that is to come out later this year, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do to make sure you do not miss any of those videos. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace, Colonels.